See what this baby's got inside it.
Hey, what's up, guys? Brett from Hapticast Intro here.
Barf, barf, you.
Who suck you off, Phil?
Oh, Josh, I hear screaming.
Oh yeah!
It's gone. The controller's gone.
Look at that. You look fucking fantastic.
Welcome to Haptic HQ.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Hapticast episode number 72. I almost said 71, 72. My name's Josh Toll, joined by my good friend Brett Roberts. We're coming at you live from inside Haptic HQ. Brett, how are you?
What's going on, Josh? Everybody, how you doing?
Excuse me. Forewarning to everybody listening and watching. I'm feeling good, better, but I'm still recovering from a little bit of an illness, so I apologize if you hear me clearing my throat. I know it's annoying. I'm going to try to not do that or mute myself while I do, but...
Would you say that you're still down with the sickness?
No, I would not. I would not say that.
Just checking.
I would not say that. So...
Okay, well, welcome to another episode of Hapticast.
Yes, welcome.
We're here.
We're here. And we exist.
Live.
And we're humans.
This is live, and it's also being broadcast onto YouTube, Twitch, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts.
Yeah. Any other? Anything else?
I don't know what Amazon's podcast service is called, but
I don't know. Amazon Shieldcast.
I like that.
Yeah. Shout out to the audio troglodytes, as we called them.
Yeah, shout out to the audio troglodytes. Thank you guys for following us on our podcast platforms. We appreciate you. And I want to say I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I do want to say I'm sorry because we're
For
doing
what?
this
And to
episode
who?
to the audience, man, and to you. We're doing this episode on a Thursday night at 7:00 p.m., which is probably actually a really good time for the live viewers, but it's a Thursday. We usually do it much earlier in the week.
Mm-hmm.
I was a very, very, very busy boy this week.
Yes.
So I apologize. And I would like to say thank you to my friends that wished me well wishes on Twitter. I put up a post saying that I had some big boy stuff going on and I needed some love. And a bunch of you guys showed me some love, and I really, really appreciate that. Josh is coughing into his microphone. That was smooth, honestly.
I'm muting myself, yeah.
That was good. But yeah, I had a big conference in New York City that I was doing for work, and I fucking killed it, and it was awesome. And I just want to say, if you're ever anxious or afraid to do something, I know it's easier said than done. Just fucking do it and fake it till you make it, dude. Because I was backstage at this fucking huge conference that was live online, and I was on stage, and I don't even care. I'm just going to say it. I was on stage with the vice president of internal communications from CNN and the vice president of internal communications from fucking Walgreens and myself backstage. And they're like, "Oh, you guys have done this before. We don't need to give you any hints or help her on." I'm like, yeah, 100%. And I fucking went up there and I killed it. Fake it till you make it. Just fucking, you could do anything. Have you ever had a dream you could, would, should, you could, what? I fucking did, dude. So Thank you to everybody that wished me well on Twitter. I really, really appreciate that.
Well, as they say, that's awesome, dude.
It's fucking awesome, dude.
Congratulations. And, little life tips for you there from Brett Roberts.
That's right.
And you know what else I think I've realized, Brett, is that it doesn't matter who you are. Nobody knows what the hell's going on, dude.
Nobody knows.
At any level, anywhere.
How the fuck did I get on that panel?
It's not what
Well, that's what I mean. How the fuck? What were they thinking? They didn't even do a background check on me. They're tagging me on Twitter. I'm fucking posting pictures of shitting or something on Twitter, and they're fucking tagging me in tweets. I'm like, what the fuck is going on, dude?
Nobody knows, man.
Nobody knows what the hell's going on, dude. I had a fucking lav mic on. I'm up on stage shitting myself.
Yeah, looking quite good while you do, by the way, must say.
I looked pretty
swag. You had a nice little southern beige colored, cream colored suit there.
It was gray. The lights made it look beige, but yeah.
All right,
it was great.
well, my eyes don't know what's going on.
You're also colorblind. So.
But you looked good, dude.
Thank you. Yeah, I just got back today from New York, so today's been a very long, busy day. But I'm here for the people and for you, and I just wanted to put that out there. And there's something else I wanted to mention.
Yeah,
you were at Disney last weekend.
I was at Disney last weekend.
and I haven't been able to talk to you about that. So before we get started, why don't you just talk about Disney World, yo? What happened?
Yeah. It was good. I was there for an abbreviated amount of time. It was kind of just 4 days, fast and furious. Never going to do Disney like that ever again. I like spent like literally from like 8:30 in the morning until like 11, 12 at night in the parks.
Oh my God.
Dude, I was so done at the end of the day afterwards.
How many days was it?
I think it was 3 or 4 days. I was there. So let's see. I got there last Wednesday in the afternoon and left Sunday morning. So 4 days, I guess.
And every day you spent in a park.
Yeah. Except for the first Wednesday, I spent most of my time in Disney Springs.
Well, that's all. That place is awesome. So.
Disney Springs is awesome. But yeah, so I saw some shows, some old students and stuff like that. It was really the intent to go visit some old students that are in the Disney College program and perform in the parks and stuff like that. I must say, dude, Disney, like, I've never gone to see any of the quote-unquote live shows that they have. Like, they have sing-alongs, like, they have, like, the live-action shows, like the, what do you call it, like, the Indiana Jones show. There was, like, a Frozen show. I've never seen any of those at the parks, because I was always like, that's probably stupid. No way, dude. That shit is nuts. Those shows, the production quality, for, like, first of all, they do them, like, 20 times a day. They're, like, hour-long shows. It's nuts. Like, the Indiana Jones thing blew me away, dude. Like,
there's literally a boulder that comes out
of
me. Yeah.
Shit blows up. There's boulders. There's acrobat. Dude, I was like, this is nuts. This is crazy. I was not expecting that. And the Frozen show? Dude, listen, I'm not, like, a huge Frozen fan. I love the Frozen show, dude. It was freaking awesome. It was awesome. Nice. Except for the girl that played Elsa, who I didn't know. She was, you'd think Elsa should be, great.
Elsa should be Elsa, dude.
Elsa, no good. There was this dude, Eric, though. His name was Eric, who's not Prince Eric, not one of the characters. He was like, the whole thing was like, you went to whatever the name of the town is, and like these historians tell you the story of Frozen. And there's like little sing-along portions, there's live-action portions, whatever. So this guy's just basically a narrator. Dude, one of the funniest actors I've seen in my entire life. My man made me freaking laugh hard. And also, his jokes were very adult. Like, he was like racy with his jokes. I was like, this is awesome, dude. So,
what was his name?
Eric, dude. Shout out to Eric.
Shout out to Eric, dude.
Shout out to Eric, dude. He was awesome. Clearly just like some like old retired grandpa who like was a Shakespearean actor back in the day that is now just doing this for fun and having the time of his life, dude. And
nice.
So that was fun. More importantly, though, went back to Galaxy's Edge.
How many days were you at Galaxy's Edge specifically? Just one?
Just one. Yeah, it was only in Hollywood Studios for 1 day. I only really wanted one thing when we went, and that was to get a Legacy lightsaber. Wasn't entirely sure what I wanted going in, but I had an inkling. At the top of my list was what's his name? Count Dooku's saber. Yeah. So you have to join this virtual queue to get in to look at the Legacy lightsabers. They only let a certain amount of people at a time. Really?
That wasn't like that when I went in November.
Yeah. So I wasn't aware. I wasn't aware either. So we got there and we asked somebody like, "Oh, you have to join this virtual queue." So I joined the virtual queue. This was already later in the day, and I was like, "It was like you're number 100. There's 112 parties ahead of you," and I was like, all right, I guess I'm not getting a Legacy lightsaber because I was like, I don't know when that's going to be done. The park closes at 10, I think. And then I had the cantina reservations and stuff again. And so I got the text later in the day, got in, no problem. I was looking at all of them. They only let you hold 3.
What does that mean, hold? Like, check them out?
Yeah, they're like, you can pick up 3. And I was like, okay, whatever. And I saw Count Dooku's, dude, and it, like, spoke to me and called to me. And then I held it in my hands. I was like, this is the one, dude. And, well. I got it, dude.
That thing looks like a dill.
This thing? Let me tell you about this thing.
So did you hold any others?
Yes.
What did you hold? You mentioned that you mentioned the 3 limit, so I wanted to know what else you held.
So I held this. This was the last one that I held. Because I figured this was the one I was going to go with.
Okay.
I held Rey's lightsaber, which is actually slick.
The actual Rey lightsaber?
Yes, not Anakin's lightsaber. Rey's lightsaber. Like the one that she buries, or that she ignites rather in episode 9. And it was slick, actually. Like, it was really slick. And then, dude, I was like, let me just see what it's like to hold the dual-wielded Maul saber. And I was like, it ain't it. It's not it, Chief.
Too heavy?
It's too much. It's actually, I mean, it's each one individually is lighter, but together I was like, I didn't really like it. And then I held this one, dude, and I'm like, this is it. This is it. And
Nice.
So I got it.
Where's the igniter switch on that thing?
It is right here.
Okay.
Right here.
Very cool.
So it's nice. It feels good in the hands. That's it.
I like it. Very cool.
So
Very swag.
Little show and tell for you.
I love it. Anything else? You get anything else while you were there?
No, that's the only purchase I made.
Nice.
So,
any rides while you were in Galaxy's Edge or no?
Yeah, did Smuggler's Run again, and Star Tours, which isn't in Galaxy's Edge, right outside of it. And didn't do Rise of the Resistance again, because you have to wait in line now, and didn't feel like waiting 2 hours for that. And
Fair enough.
Lots of blue milk. And that's it.
Awesome.
Ate inside Docking Bay 7 for the first time, which was cool.
That place is cool. Yeah, I
That's
like
it.
Docking Bay 7.
That's it. So,
Okay.
Any other questions?
How you feeling?
Tired.
Okay. Me too.
But yeah, let's hop into it. A little topic rundown. We're gonna do our media consumption update. We have the Abysmal Chronicles, fewer this week than normal, and then obviously we're talking about God of War and PlayStation TV shows. God of War being the main title. Topic of the week. So,
Topic.
Where do you want to start?
Well, let's do what we usually do. Let's talk about what we've been watching, what we've been playing, what's been going on in our entertainment lives.
Yeah, I don't have a ton.
Me either. Like I said, I've been very busy. So
yeah.
I'm gonna go first. I'm just gonna throw them out. I watched Dune the second time. Better than the first for some reason, even though it was at home.
Ooh.
I liked it more.
That movie slaps. I've seen it like 6 times now.
It was a 4.5 in theaters. It was a 5 at home for some reason. I don't know why.
Well, we saw it really late. The theater was really hot, and we were all very dank when we saw it the first time.
We were like on Arrakis when we watched it the first time.
Dude, we literally were, because we woke up and it was the opposite of Arrakis on the seats where we sat. So
yeah, we woke up. You said we woke up.
When we stood up, rather, from the...
We watched Dune, and when we woke up, because it was so
boring.
No.
That's not what I meant. I did not fall asleep. When we sat up, rather, from seeing it.
Yeah, it was wet.
Yes, because we were sweating.
It was moist.
Yes.
But yeah, so I like that even more the second time around. Don't know why, but I did. And it was actually Jess. It was her first time watching it. So
what'd she think? She like it?
Yeah, she liked it a lot. She was actually really butthurt that Zendaya wasn't in it more for how much
well, tell her to strap in for the next movie.
Yeah, that's what I told her.
Strap in and strap on, so.
Yeah, and I also think it's so interesting because that movie could have ended so many places, and I think maybe that's why I didn't like it so much in the theater. I think the first time I was watching it, I was like, and it's over, and then it picks back up, and I was like, what the fuck? It kind of ends in a very weird spot. And the first time I watched it, I was like, oh, I don't know if I like that. They should have ended that like 20 minutes ago. But being honest with you, it's fucking good, dude. It's a masterpiece. So
it is. I can't wait for part 2.
Me too.
Especially with who they're saying is going to be the Emperor, dude.
Yeah. Right?
Strap in, my man.
Yeah, I'm ready for that. Also, I was going to say shout out. Rest in peace, Ray Liotta, dude. Fucking dead.
Yeah, dude. My man's an icon.
I almost said shout out, but I don't know if he'd get my shout out. So rest in peace.
Yeah.
Speaking of rest in peace, dude, I watched Chippendale Rescue Rangers.
Yeah, dude. So tell me about this.
It's good.
Yeah, dude. I've heard the movie fucking slaps, brother.
It's actually good. I don't know why it's good, but it's good. So like,
okay, keep going. I'll tell you why it's good in a second.
I remember Chippendale Rescue Rangers when I was a kid, but like, if you asked me to like name anything about the show, I'm fucked.
Yeah, so
I don't remember any of it.
Can I tell you my leading theory as to why it's so good, dude? Let me tell you who wrote and directed it. You ready for this? So his name is Akiva Schaffer. You know what he's done, dude? Bash Brothers, The Watch, Hot Rod, and Popstar, bro.
I know.
So
he's in the lonely. He's one of the Lonely Island guys.
Yeah, dude.
It's gonna be a hit, dude. And Andy Samberg voices one of the chipmunks too. So
he does Dale, and John Mulaney does the other one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, dude. That shit's fucking awesome, man.
So what I liked about it was that it's different. It handles things differently. So in that world, Chip and Dale was a show, but Chip and Dale aren't characters. They're the actors that played Chip and Dale. So that's how they explain the voices being different than in the animated show.
That's cool.
That's their actual voices, and in the show they were acting, right? So
that's cool.
There's literally so many cameos. I've seen people say that this is what we wanted Multiverse of Madness to be, basically. Like,
wow.
Because there's so many things in it. And like there's a part where they get to like this weird neighborhood where there's all these like weird 3D model animated characters, and they're like, oh no, we're in the uncanny valley. And it was like Polar Express style animation, like really shitty, weird animation. It's really fucking good. That's all I can really say. And when I say it's really fucking good, it's not like a cinematic masterpiece, but yeah, it's fun, dude. It's a good time,
dude. So I'm probably gonna stay in at least tomorrow and maybe Saturday just to make sure I feel completely better with stuff. And I have a lot of movies on my backlog right now that I haven't got to. This being one of them, The Northman, a few other ones that I just like. These like movies that I really want to watch and digest. So this might be getting watched by me this weekend.
Yeah, that one goes down real quick and easy. I watched it on a random like Sunday.
Yeah, that and both Sonic movies.
Ooh, yeah, I would like to watch those.
So, all right. Anything else about Slick and Dick Rescue Rangers?
Seth Rogen's in it.
Really?
He plays multiple characters. I won't spoil that, but he's very good. Cool. And you won't expect who the main villain is. That's all I'll say.
That's awesome, dude. Can't wait to watch it.
No.
All right, for me. So for games, I'm still playing Red Dead Redemption. I just hit, according to the game, like 60% completion overall. And I looked up how much I have left of the story. This game is so dense, dude. It's so long. I still have like 30 story missions left, and I was like, "What? How is that even possible?" Like the game did something. I was like, "Oh, I might be at the end of this story." No way, brother. It makes sense in the context of it, but I'm honestly I'm not rushing through it anymore. Like I was mainlining the story, but I keep finding myself getting distracted by the side stuff, and not like distracted in a bad way, like distracted in a good way. And I'm just really enjoying my time with it. I think I'm like 60 hours in now, or so, and I'm just really loving it, man.
It feels really dense, like The Witcher almost.
Yeah, but it's. I think the open world design specifically is better than The Witcher. I know this came out after The Witcher 3 as well, didn't it?
Yeah.
But I feel like the open world, I think like I mentioned last week too, it just like lends itself to discovery. Like it doesn't clutter up with a bunch of crap all the time, and you really have to kind of go out of your way or pick up on stuff to go find things if you really want to, which is a good way for the game not to kind of, again, like be too cumbersome. So I'm just enjoying it a lot. That's all I have to say.
Awesome.
TV and anime. This first one here is not either of these, but I wanted to shout out because I've been consuming a lot of their content.
What is
There's
that?
Townsend's. It's a YouTube channel. And what it is it's 18th century cooking. And I know that is you're probably thinking, what the hell are you talking about? Dude. I don't know how this channel got recommended to me on YouTube, but it was like just like a random 18th century recipe. Excuse me. And their whole thing is like getting old 18th century cookbooks, trying to understand what the hell they're saying, and then make what it's saying. But it's all done like in 18th century style. So like the guy wears like 18th century clothing. They use 18th century utensils. They use wood stoves. Like it's just, there's something very relaxing and peaceful about the channel that I really enjoy. And it's also like low-key educational too, because they talk about like the cookbooks and like the time periods. Listen, dude, I don't know. I've just been watching a lot of it, usually before I go to bed. So yeah, shout out to them.
That's pretty cool, dude.
Shout out to them. I don't know. I've been watching. When I say a lot, dude. So.
Listen, I respect your whatever way you decide to unwind at night. I respect that, dude.
Dude, I love it, dude. All right. And then the other thing I watched was I finished Love, Death, and Robots, the whole 3rd volume. Yikes.
No, really?
Yeah, bro. I liked 2 out of the however many shorts there were. Like, only 2 of them I was like, that was really good. The rest I was like, that was really bad. Like, here's my problem, dude. When I'm if you're making a short, right? You have to have a concept for the short, right? Something that is like a shtick almost. And I get that. But around that shtick, there still has to be some sort of like story arc, I feel like. If it's not a 2-minute short, there needs to be a beginning, a middle, and an end. You know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of them in this volume specifically, even more so than the past, was like, oh, here's this cool idea. Let's execute that cool idea. Okay, bye-bye. And it's like, that's it? It's not even fully realized. It's like half amalgamated crap that you've presented to me that feels like I'm watching like like almost like a bad episode of like what's it called? Black Mirror, where it's like, oh, that's your concept, but where's the story around it?
They're just like, here, check out this cool world, but
yeah,
I'm
and
not
it's
going to
like,
give you any story inside the world.
Yeah, and some of them though are like 15-20 minutes long, and I'm like falling asleep. I'm like, what is this?
That's a shame, dude. I was actually looking forward to finally checking that out. I've been so busy since it launched.
Well,
I haven't had the chance.
I mean, you should still watch it. It's not like it's going to take you that long, but
yeah.
There's only 2 out of however many there were, I think 10, 11, where I was like, those were really good. One of them was directed by David Fincher, so, you know. And the other one, I don't even remember what it was. I'd have to look. But, yeah, overall a little underwhelming for me.
So what you're saying is...
Bye-bye.
Yeah, pretty much.
But can I ask you something else?
Yeah.
Are you ready for tomorrow?
What's tomorrow?
Hello there.
Oh, hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah.
We
dude.
say bye-bye to one series and hello there to another.
Yeah, dude. I am fully torqued for that tomorrow.
Kenobi.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
And if you're not ready for that, then I don't know what to tell you.
If you're not
And if it's bad, here's what I will tell you is that you're going to want to watch next week or listen to next week's episode, because you want to talk about gaping holes. No, there's going to be one ripped.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's all for our media consumption update. So why don't we hop into the Abysmal Chronicles?
Why don't you hit me with a little ditty?
You do this every time.
All right, go ahead and get us started.
What is the point of the ditty?
I just like to hear it,
Okay.
and I also do the transition. You go ahead and start. I'm about to cough my lungs up. All right.
Okay. So if you guys don't know, Josh is coughing his lungs up right now, and this is the Abysmal Chronicles, which is the segment of our podcast where we do a couple of interesting things. Josh is dead. We we go over a couple of stories that were just a little bit too abysmal to make it as main topics on the podcast.
You ever cough so hard you hear stars? You see stars?
I hear stars.
You see stars?
No.
That just happened to me.
You should probably get that checked out. I've never heard stars before in my life.
No, the problem is I have a lot of mucus, and I'm trying to get rid of it because my throat was sore.
Mm.
And I really shouldn't be coughing, but otherwise, we'll be sitting here and continue.
Well, the good thing is there's a lot of things coming out, and that's what I'm going to talk about first. We have a lot of video game releases and DLC releases, so let's hop right into it. We're going to start with some that came out today, or one that came out today, and that's Sniper Elite 5. That's coming out, or it came out for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. I haven't heard anything about this game in terms of whether or not it's good. I'm going to look right now. Because
probably is good. I know
heard
Sniper Elite series is pretty popular.
Sniper Elite 5 has been pulled from the Epic Games Store 3 hours ago. Uh-oh.
All right. Never mind. Moving on. Don't buy it, folks.
The game is not available on the Epic Games Store. According to an FAQ, customers who pre-ordered have received a refund. One theory we've heard is that the game won't be available until after the end of the Epic Games Mega Sale.
It has crash issues on PC.
Okay, they don't mention that at all.
Can't find players. Yeah, it's bad. Don't buy it.
Okay, well, it's out, so enjoy that.
Oh no! Don't buy it. Don't buy it, folks. Wait.
Made by Rebellion, who make the Zombie Army series, which we love.
Yeah. All right, continue. Sorry.
Arcade Spirits, the new challengers, releases for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC tomorrow on May 27th. Cow the Kangaroo, Cow the Kangaroo, don't know how to pronounce that one, comes out for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC on May 27th. I believe this is an older game. I'm going to check.
Bro, I have no idea.
This is a... Oh my God. The series is from 2000. Oh no, dude. Their Twitter they're memers, dude. The game's almost released. So on their Twitter, they literally took a picture and they split it in half, and it's the kangaroo's face and then it's Morbius's face. And it says it's nearly Morbin time.
Oh no, I see that, dude. Yeah.
So they're memers.
Oh, that's bad, dude.
I'm getting Crash Bandicoot vibes from this kangaroo. Microsoft Flight Simulator Top Gun Maverick DLC releases for Xbox Series X and S and PC on May 27th, tomorrow. That's a cool DLC for a game like that.
Yeah, I want to watch that movie, dude. You know, okay, not to go too far off topic. You know what I found out yesterday?
What's that?
They filmed that movie completely practically.
Oh.
The cast, dude, you want to know how awesome Tom Cruise is? He developed, in conjunction with the Air Force and the Navy, a 6-month training course for the cast that was in the cockpit for that movie that they underwent so that they could fly the aircraft for the movie.
Wait, so all of the people in the planes are actually flying the planes?
They fly the planes in the movie.
Oh, that's pretty insane.
What the director had them do is they rigged the planes with cameras. They hired a specialty aircraft flight crew to fly with the actors. They would go up as a unit without the director. They would have to start the recordings themselves and stop the recordings of themselves when they were done sequences, come back, watch it with the director, and he'd either be like, yes, good, or no, bad, and they'd have to go back up and refilm the sequence and then come back.
Oh my God.
Dude, this movie is nuts, brother. I cannot wait to watch it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the original Top Gun, sadly, so...
We should watch it. It's been a long time since I've seen it.
Yeah, let's watch it before the new one's out, which I think it comes out like this weekend or next weekend.
Yeah, within the next couple weeks, it's out. Anyway,
Pac-Man Museum Plus comes out for Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC on May 27th, which is tomorrow again.
Yep.
They make so many of those. I truly don't know why, but
we don't care.
I'm here to tell you, we don't care. SnowRunner comes out for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S on May 31st. A game that we have recently talked about, Josh, here on the podcast, Silt, comes out on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC on June 1st.
That's right.
Card Shark comes out for Switch and PC on June 2nd. Diablo Immortal launches for iOS.
The fuck is that?
Immortal?
Diablo Immortal? Is that a Diablo game?
Yeah, this is the mobile game that... Remember that funny press conference moment where they're like, is this a joke?
Yeah, bro. That is a joke, dude.
Well, it finally comes out on June 2nd, so there's that.
No thanks.
Gigapocalypse comes out for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch on June 2nd. And finally, Soldiers, but it's spelled like soul, like S-O-U-L, Soldiers.
Soldiers.
Comes out on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC on June 2nd.
That's awesome, dude.
That is fucking awesome. Soldiers. All right, let's hop into some stories here. So according to the PlayStation database, which is where all their games are uploaded and they have all the information about the size of the game, the release date of the game, etc. The game Stray is finally coming out on July 19th, 2022 at 8 a.m. Pacific time. This is coming from @PlayStation Size on Twitter, which is a Twitter account that scans the PlayStation database and gives the sizes of games before they release. So you know how many gigabytes it's going to take up. If you don't know, Stray is an upcoming third-person cat adventure game set amidst the detailed neon-lit alleys of a decaying cyber city and the murky environments of its seedy underbelly. It's being developed by Blue 12 Studio and published by Annapurna Interactive. We've seen this game quite a few times during PlayStation events. You literally play as a cat. So
yeah, it looked cool. And it was... When was this originally announced? 2 years ago? 2019? 2020? I think 2019 was announced.
I've seen it so many times at this point.
Yeah, it looks like it was announced at a State of Play in 2019.
There you go.
So,
you heard it here first.
So, been a long time coming. Looks cool.
Yeah, and if it's coming out July 19th, that's pretty soon, actually. And I would imagine they would start, that advertising process pretty shortly. So,
yep.
All right, next story. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey is a horror retelling of the famous legend of Winnie the Pooh. This is coming from Variety.
Yeah, dude.
So A.A. Milne's original Winnie the Pooh stories only lapsed into the public domain 5 months ago, back in January. But the tubby little cubby has already made his foray into slasher films.
Whoever wrote that needs to be executed.
Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey wrapped earlier this month, and the first stills showing a demonic Pooh and Piglet about to pounce on a scantily clad young woman relaxing in a hot tub have already set the internet on fire. Now, I want to ask Josh, I know you've seen the images. Before I talk about what the director said, I want to know, what do you think?
My first thought when I saw this was, that's fucking awesome, dude. And I'm here for it. I don't care if it's literally the worst movie ever made. I want to watch it.
I'm here to tell you, it's probably going to be the worst movie ever made. But I'm going to watch it as well. So, in an interview with Variety, director Rise Waterfield, who is in post-production on 4 other films right now, including Fire-Nado and Demonic Christmas Tree, said the response to these image stills has been absolutely crazy. And on top of that, Josh, he said, because of all the press and stuff, we're just going to start expediting the edit and getting it through post-production as fast as we can, but also making sure it's still good. It's going to be a high priority. I'm here to tell you, Josh, it is not still going to be good. They're literally rushing it out the fucking door. It literally just wrapped.
Bro, it's going to be fucking awesome, my man. It's going to be so good. It's going to be fucking incredible, dude.
I can't believe that this is everything I just said. I can't believe it,
dude. I fucking love the public domain. I'll tell you that right now.
I feel like this is kind of what happened with what was it, the Banana Splits?
Yeah, dude.
They made like a horror movie off a children's show IP.
Yeah, this is gonna be great.
I'm getting Mandy vibes, dude.
This is gonna be so good, dude. I can't wait.
Well, I mean,
we're gonna do a spoiler review of it.
That's fine with me. Considering this is the director of Fire-Nado and Demonic Christmas Tree,
that's all you need to know. That's all you need to. That's all you need to know.
Yeah. So there's that little story. Here's another really weird story. The Callisto Protocol. You're excited for that game, right?
I am. Yeah. Glenn Schofield.
Yes. Well, apparently now it no longer takes place in the PUBG universe.
Oh,
I know.
Yeah, dude. Holy shit! I completely forgot about that. That this was supposed to be part of that.
For those of you that don't know, the Callisto Protocol was the next big game coming out from Glenn Schofield, who is the creator of Dead Space. And this was supposed to be a spiritual successor to Dead Space. However, Josh, I don't fucking remember anyone saying that this took place in the PUBG universe.
Dude, I do remember that from years ago at this point.
Why?
I don't know, dude. I think he was probably trying to get funding, and then he ended up not needing it.
Okay, well, it no longer takes place in the PUBG universe. Glenn Schofield, the creator, said on Twitter, FYI, Callisto the game is its own story and world. It no longer takes place in the PUBG universe. It was originally part of the PUBG timeline, which I didn't know that PUBG had a timeline, but okay.
Yeah.
But it grew into its own world. PUBG is awesome, and we will still have little surprises for fans, but TCP is in its own world, story, and universe.
Yeah.
The survival horror game was originally announced in December of 2020 and was going to take place within the same universe as PUBG several centuries into the future. However, it was unclear what kind of ties the two games would have.
Very little.
Earlier this week, Schofield stated that the Callisto Protocol was so far into the future in 2320 that any connections didn't even matter. Now he clarifies there aren't any.
Yeah. I feel like...
Wow.
So if you remember, I mean, this is kind of Schofield's first game in a while, kind of solo, separate from any kind of, I guess, big studio. Like seems to be like a completely like self-started project. He probably was like trying to get funding. He's probably like, all right, boys. So what if I make a survival horror game that takes place in the PUBG universe?
What does that mean, though?
I don't know, dude. I don't even remember where I was going with that. And they're like, yeah, dude, that sounds cool. And he was like, yeah, nah, dude. And then they were like, all right. And that's it.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't really care. I'm still excited for this game.
Okay. I'm more excited now that it's not part of the PUBG universe, but I didn't know that in the first place.
Yes, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I'm just... My excitement level was here. And then when I heard it was in the PUBG universe, it like went here, and then he corrected it, and I was like here, but really it just evened itself back out. So, okay. All right, next story: Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance has resurged thanks to meme power.
I want to tell you right now before you start this, I hate Kotaku. All right, continue.
Well, they weren't the ones that wrote that headline, so that was
no, but their headline is pretty bad.
What's their headline?
Oh, let's take a look at it, dude. Here. Wait, hang on. Here it is. Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance is blowing TF up. Hey, Kotaku, you're not cool. Okay.
So, anyway, Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance is surging right now in popularity, and the cause is a bunch of meme templates featuring characters from the game going viral.
God.
So, although the game is almost 10 years old, Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance is seeing numbers it hasn't seen since launch. Concurrent players are up 1,000% since April of 2021. The game has also experienced the biggest peak in achievement activity across all platforms since 2018. If you don't know, Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance was... What?
I don't know what this game is.
Okay, it's a collaboration between action game aficionados Platinum Games and Metal Gear Solid series developer Kojima Productions.
Who wrote that?
It's
where is this from? This is Kotaku?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is Kotaku.
Platinum Games is not an action game aficionado. Platinum Games fucking sucks and blows. Okay,
no,
they made Bayonetta and that's it. All right, keep going.
Relax. This game was also a big hit for them. So it was obviously a collaboration between Platinum Games and Metal Gear Solid developer Kojima Productions, and it is canonically set after 2008's PS3 exclusive Metal Gear Solid 4: Guns of the Patriots. It follows Metal Gear Solid 2 protagonist Raiden as he attempts to stop a United States senator's singular plan to reduce the world to pure chaos by exploiting the global war economy. Josh, I'm here to tell you that the game is fucking insane. It's like almost a comedy game. The action is very over the top and slick. And I've always wanted to play it, but I've only gotten up to Metal Gear Solid 3. So
I have nothing to add except that Steven calls the PUBG universe the PUBG CU. That's it.
That's unfortunate. Yeah, so
that's awesome, dude.
I think that's pretty sweet that memes made the game jump in popularity, but what I want to know is where are the other Metal Gear Solid games in terms of on next-gen hardware?
What I want to know is why Kotaku still exists.
That would be interesting to know as well. All right, next story. Josh, I'm very sorry for this one. The Quarry's online multiplayer mode has been delayed.
Not your fault.
The online multiplayer portion of Supermassive Games The Quarry has been delayed until July 8th at the latest. The rest of Until Dawn's spiritual successor will launch as planned on June 10th. However, including the couch co-op and movie mode options. So at least there's that. So if we wanted to play, we have that option to play in person, but there's no online.
I'm gonna let you finish your notes here, and then I'll give you my thoughts.
Supermassive Games has released a quote, and they said, "We've made the difficult decision to delay the online multiplayer mode to deliver the best possible experience for you." It said, "It's not a long wait, though. Online multiplayer will be added via an update by July 8th, indicating that, it could come before July 8th as well. The online multiplayer portion will give players the control the online multiplayer portion gives control of the game to the host player, while up to 7 others can provide input on the dozens of choices available throughout the game." I'm very tired. I apologize.
So here's the
think?
thing. Yeah, here's the thing. Just delay the whole fucking game. Just delay the whole game if it's like less than a month. Like that has become the bread and butter of Supermassive Games. So just delay it.
Can I tell you what I think?
Yeah.
I don't think this game's real.
All right. Why do you say that?
The logo is very generic. The name is very generic. I think that this is going to be a switcheroo. This is going to be a PT.
For what?
I don't know what. I don't know. I think that it's actually going to be a sequel to Until Dawn. Or, I don't know.
Not a PlayStation exclusive, though. And PlayStation owns the rights to that IP.
So what? It could be a remake. We heard rumors of there being a remake for Until Dawn.
But we've had the trailer and the gameplay stuff and all that they've shown.
I don't think it's a real game. I think it's a swerve. There's going to be a twist.
I think you're smoking the ganj, but all right.
Listen, it's a hot take. I don't care.
Hot takes and hot snakes.
Here, come here. Come closer. It's a swerve.
All right. Well, we'll see. Regardless, though, taking this at face value, I think they should just delay the whole game.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think they should, but I don't know. There's just something about it. I mean, it's like the game was announced and it's coming out, and like it's just all happening so fast. Now multiplayer's being delayed. Something's going on. Something's going on.
I guess we'll see.
We will. We will see. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, if you did not know, Haptic Intel's Hapticast is brought to you by Dubby Energy. Check them out at dubby.gg. It's an energy drink, but it's not like a typical energy drink. Dubby was formulated to give you focus and energy with no jitters or crashes. Their formula contains vitamins, amino acids, and nootropics, including the patented Neurofactor. There's no calories. There's no sugar. There's no artificial colors. No fillers. None of the bad stuff. All the good stuff. And if you find it hard to work or study, you can use code SLICK to save on Dubby. That's right. You'll save 10% today if you use code SLICK at checkout. Josh, what flavor are you sipping on right now?
Well, I already sipped on my Galaxy Grenade. It's gone. But
it's gone. Oh, you're done. The drink, got it.
Yeah, I mean my tub is not done. My meal that was prepared for the show is done.
I'm slurping on a Dub Sludge, and you can see it's so cold that it's condensating in this room.
Yeah,
and that's how tasty it is. It makes my mouth water. That's why I'm slipping up a lot when I sip it. The nootropics are all over my tongue, and they just make my tongue enlarges, dude. And it's like,
yeah, is that what happens, dude?
Yeah,
yeah. I'm sure your partner would appreciate that.
I'm sure she would. That being said, use code SLICK. You'll save 10% on Dubby, and we'll get that 10% right into our little PayPal account. And then we'll be able to produce more content for you. So if you want to support the show, besides buying our merch, which is available at hapticintel.com,
which I'm
that
wearing.
would be, and Josh is wearing, this would be probably the best way to support us.
And I know the audio listeners can't see it, but that's all right.
Well, if they go to hapticintel.com, Josh, they can see it.
Or click the links in any of the descriptions of the podcast audio links.
That's right. Well,
so
That's what they can do, but you know what you can do?
What's that?
You can roll the intro for me, buddy.
Okay. Brett, the debate continues, my friend. God of War Ragnarok, is it coming out in 2022?
April or May?
Okay, well, you have about 4 days for that non-realistic goal to come to fruition. So we've talked about this ad nauseum at this point on the channel, right? The great debate between you and I on when this game is coming out. So
wait. So let's say when we think the game's coming out.
So I originally said either at the end of 2022, which I found unlikely. You can go back. I said either at the end of 2022, which I found unlikely because I don't normally do fall releases, or early 2023. You said
April or May.
April or May of 2022. So
okay,
you're already wrong.
But more recently, you've said that it's not coming out in 2022.
That's correct. That's correct.
Okay. But we're never wrong, so
that's true. And we'll talk. Let's get into it, and then we'll talk about it.
Yeah, go ahead.
So today there was news that God of War Ragnarok was rated in South Korea by the South Korea Gaming Board, suggesting, Brett, that a 2022 release date is pending. So this is coming from IGN. So, it's coming from IGN, but it was originally...
That was a nice sound.
Excuse me. Was originally spotted by Modiz, who's a user on ResetEra, who said Ragnarok was rated as an 18 and over game by South Korea's Game Rating and Administration Committee. So, basically, a rating usually signifies that a relatively complete version, at least of a game, has been presented, and therefore should technically be not too far from being released.
Yep.
So,
May.
No. Recently, a developer within Sony Santa Monica, you remember we talked about this, reassured fans that the long-awaited sequel of God of War 2018 is going to be released in 2022. But, there's also kind of been reason to be a little skeptical, which, again, we've discussed at length on our show. This was originally set to release in 2021, if you remember, Brett, but it was pushed back to, quote-unquote, ensure that Santa Monica Studio can deliver the amazing God of War game that we all want to play. However...
And it was the pandemic, too, which is...
Sure.
Important to point out.
And it was also revealed that Kratos' voice actor was part of the reason for Ragnarok's delay because he had to undergo physical therapy following several operations in 2019, therefore couldn't work for an amount of time. Blah, 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 yada, 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 yada. So this all comes out today. What do you think?
Listen, anytime a game is rated by any ratings board, that shit's coming. And usually... it leaks from another country, just like this one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it means, but to me, it seems to indicate that the game is coming out very soon.
So, industry insider Nibel. Now, this is purely speculative. He just, it's kind of like a one-off. Somebody replied to his original thing, showing the Korean ratings board little image here. Somebody said, game releasing in August or September, probably. Nibel responded, I expect September/October. What do you think about that?
I think that sounds right. That gives them enough time from now. We're about at the end of May. You have you have June, July, August, September. That's 4 months of hype. We've already seen, it's not like they're announcing the game fresh and we have never heard it before. The game's been shown off. We know it's coming. Mm-hmm. I think 4 months, 5 months is the perfect amount of time.
So you're saying friend of the show, Nibel, is confirming this for September.
I think it sounds about right. And he's a pretty, he doesn't like have insiders per se, but he's, dealt with games for a long time. I think that he kind of has his finger on the pulse of how this shit works, and I think that that's a pretty good expectation there.
So then when do they announce this?
Soon.
How soon?
I'm saying they're doing another state of play. They're going to reveal
when
Stray's release date.
When
they're going to do.
When is this state
soon.
of play? When is soon?
Know. I'm not fucking Jeff Sony.
I'm asking you right now.
I don't fucking know.
Gun to your head. When is soon?
June 15th.
So by middle of June.
Yeah.
They announced this. They started the marketing thing, and then this thing comes out in September.
Yeah.
Okay. So what about the precedent? What about the set precedent by Sony that they have never done a massive first-party release in fall, ever? In the history of the company, in the history of PlayStation, they have not done a massive release in fall, ever. Ever.
Why can't you
ever
why can't you break tradition?
In 30 million plus years that they've been in business, they've never done it.
Okay,
Why now?
They need a game for the holiday season.
Do they? This is it?
There's rumors that Final Fantasy 16 could be in the holiday, so November, December.
Sure.
That would be the big one. Oh, a big one for them.
Right. And Forspoken was going to be delayed.
Yes, that is the rumor.
Yeah. Listen, I think.
So what do you think then? You don't think that?
I'm torn, dude. I feel like people might be looking into this too much. I'm not saying that it doesn't set a precedent that the game is not ready to go for the most part because it was rated. And like maybe it is gold. It's gone gold and like it's ready to pretty much be shipped, but they're still working on it. I just find it really hard to believe that for such a massive first party title, they are only going to do 3 or 4 months of advertising from announcement to release and release it in a time where they never have done a major first party release ever. They've never done it. And maybe this is what breaks the mold. I just still find it hard to believe that all of those things are going to line up to get this game out this year. I don't see it. I really don't. And I want to be wrong because it would be great time because there's nothing else right now in that time spot. So it would be perfect. Yeah. Selfishly, it would be perfect because I would actually have time to play it because there's nothing else. And it's usually my slow time of the year. I find it hard to believe, man. I don't know. I still feel like more likely it's February of next year.
I don't think that's a bad guess. I think that is going to be, I pray there isn't any more delays, but I'm saying internally they might delay the game again. And if that's the case, I can see a January, February, maybe even a March release for this game.
Sure.
But I think if everything is going the way it's supposed to go, I don't think that anything is stopping this game from coming out in September or October.
And then Steven makes a good point too in the chat. He said Last of Us will be holiday. I think he means the remake. The remake. And also we haven't seen anything about Last of Us Factions. That could be the end of this year too. That would maybe make more sense, especially getting ready for the TV show.
Yeah. Well,
I'm
here to tell you. I'm here to tell you we're going to get a PlayStation State of Play.
Sure.
By June 15th. They're going to announce the release date for God of War. They're going to announce the release date of Stray. They're going to announce the release date of Final Fantasy 16. And you heard it here first. Clip it.
Last of Us Remastered? Last of Us Remastered?
You're going to find out that The Last of Us Remastered is delayed until 2023. That's what you're going to find out.
What about Factions?
Factions is going to come out sooner than that.
What about the rumor that they are one and the same?
That's not true.
Okay.
My insider told me that.
Okay.
My insider, Jonathan Sony.
I don't know, man. I don't know. That's my honest answer for you. Is that I don't know, but it feels wrong. Like,
dude, I didn't even remember about Last of Us. So
something don't smell right about this game coming out this year. That's all I'm telling you.
Now that we're putting it into perspective with Final Fantasy, Last of Us, factions maybe being the same. Yeah, I don't know. Unless God of War is even sooner.
No way. There's no way. There's no way. And something else I wanted to bring up too, and maybe get your thoughts on real quick before we move on from God of War. It seems like, and you and I have talked about this a little bit before, right? Like God of War 2018, perfect, nearly perfect game in our opinions, right? One of the best narrative games of all time. Ranked, was that number 1 on our list or was it number 2? I forget. It was very high for us, right? I feel like people are really on the fence about this game. Like there's a lot of people obviously like us that are super excited about it. I feel like this game, there's a stink surrounding it. There people are like not going to give it a fair chance, or they're going to, I mean, you see all with all the animation complaints, all that stuff, they're going to be like, this is just the same. And like for us, like we're okay with that because we're interested in the story continuing. I feel like a lot of other people though are like not like that, and they're going to like, it's not new. What do you think about that?
I think those people are bad.
No, you heard it here first.
I don't think that. What is there to make you think that last game set up everything we need for a sequel?
I'm saying people's brains are small, Brett.
People's brains are going to be small. That's a fact. But I think that if you think that, you are bad, because the first game literally sets up so many things for the sequel.
I know.
Even just teases things for the sequel that would make my fucking cock explode.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking right now for our top 50 games of all time. I want to make sure God of War was number 1.
It was number 1 or number 2 with Persona 4 Golden.
Yeah.
I forget exactly.
Let me verify.
Steven says game of the summer, maybe. There's no way.
Did we do a separate video for just...
I think it was just the top 10 or top 5.
But we did one that was like both of our lists combined, right?
Each one was both of our lists combined.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, you mean like a total for the channel?
Here it is, the finale. God of War. God of War was number 2.
Okay. What was number 1? Persona?
Persona.
Yeah. So, anyway. I'm just... I don't know, man. There's a lot of... I got a bad feeling.
I'm with Steven, dude. Game of the summer. God of War Ragnarok.
I got bad feelings around this game. And not because I think it's going to be bad. I think it's going to be incredible, and I'm excited to play it. But there's a lot of things that I'm like... The ether... I don't know. Something's off. Something's off in the stratosphere, brother.
Nope.
Something ain't clicking. There's weird electricity, bad vibes.
No,
bad vibes.
Don't let the evil get you. Don't let the evil win.
Don't let the evil within.
Don't let the evil from within get you, my friend.
All right, you have anything else to say about God of War before we talk more about God of War?
Yeah, I do. I have one more thing I want to say. Hold on.
All right.
Can you hold on 1 second?
I can hold, yeah.
I'm preparing a bit real quick.
Brett is preparing a bit. What would you like me to do with our audio listeners here for a second?
Well, I just want you to keep talking.
All right, I'm going to keep speaking. I'm just going to kind of grumble down here.
In my attempt to make a bit, I downloaded a virus to my computer.
Brett has downloaded a virus to his computer.
I'm trying to do a YouTube to MP3.
What if I talked low like this at all times and just kind of grumbling
that's
like
actually,
this?
That's actually a pretty good Kratos voice.
Boy.
Oh, here we go. All right, I'm almost ready.
Boy, you are no god. You are a child.
No spoilers for God of War, right?
Boy, you are boob. Boy, I cannot believe that you are my son.
You are my son, but you are also... All right, so here's what's gonna happen. Ready? The bit's ready.
All right.
June 15th, state of play. Everything's cool. Nothing's been announced for the show. PSVR 2.
June 15th is a Wednesday, by the way. I've never done a state of play on a Wednesday. So.
All right, what's the third? So it would be June 16th?
Yeah, June 16th is a Thursday.
Right. June 16th. Tune in for a PlayStation state of play about PlayStation VR 2 and our upcoming holiday game schedule. All right, that's what we get.
Okay. Is that your Jim Ryan impression?
No, that's like the girl narrator. That's
okay.
Like,
all right.
Thanks for coming to PlayStation State of Play.
Yeah.
Like that's my voice for her.
Yeah.
Everything's cool. They're showing off PSVR 2. We get Resident Evil 4 VR coming to PlayStation VR. They show Stray, the hit game Stray is
the
showing
hit
off.
Game.
And Moss Book 2 is coming out for PSVR 2. It's everything looks amazing, right? They show off Last of Us Remastered. Last of Us Remastered 2. Not Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, but the Last of Us Remastered.
Last of Us Remastered Squared. Got it.
Again, yeah.
Right.
And then Last of Us Factions, and we're all like, oh my God, this is so crazy. And then they're like, Final Fantasy 16. And they show us that, and they're like, coming this holiday. And then we hear that. That's all I need to hear. And then they say, coming this August, God of War Ragnarok.
August now.
And then it ends. They say, God of War Ragnarok, out now.
That would be nuts. That would be nuts. That actually may be the way to sell the most copies and get the most hype is if you shadow drop God of War Ragnarok.
Wouldn't that be fucking crazy?
That would be fucking nuts, dude. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. A shadow drop of God of War Ragnarok?
Yeah, dude, that would rule.
Dude, that would be fucking awesome, dude. That's
that
awesome,
would just
dude.
Be
And
the
then
most big dick energy.
And then when we make t-shirts with That's Awesome Dude on it, it has to be in
the God of War
letters. Yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
Right, that's the next shirt. Let me make a note of that.
That's awesome, dude. That's fucking awesome, dude.
That's awesome, dude. Sure.
Jim Ryan becomes him Ryan. Oh man.
Shout out to Bear McCreary. What a fucking awesome soundtrack.
What an absolute G that man is.
Fuck yeah, dude. One more time for Bear McCreary.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, copyright strike incoming.
Yeah, dude. Bear McCreary's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, dude.
He also did one of the best television show scores of all time in Battlestar Galactica. My man slaps.
Oh, yeah. Dude, Godzilla.
Yeah, my man slaps. Anyway.
He's good.
All right, so God of War Ragnarok getting shadow dropped on June 16th, folks. You heard it here first. That would be nuts. And if we stream that state of play, which we will be.
On June 16th, by the way, because it is June confirmed.
16th, yeah. I'm here to tell you, wear your earplugs to that stream because we'll be freaking out when shadow drops. And I'm guaranteeing you, yeah, you are the only person on the internet that has said that. So,
said what?
You just made that galaxy brain prediction. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's gonna happen.
I can actually feel that down my plums.
I can't wait to make this t-shirt. That's gonna be awesome, dude.
That's awesome, dude. All right. Speaking of awesome, dude, you ready to move on?
I just want to make the shirt. Can we end it so I could just make this shirt?
Why don't you just
releasing immediately after this episode airs?
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude. T-shirt coming soon.
That's awesome, dude. All right, you ready to move on?
I am. Yeah, we're gonna talk about God of War.
Oh shit! All right,
but for real, we are.
Yeah, so Sony has confirmed God of War Horizon and Gran Turismo TV shows are in the works, with Amazon and Netflix having each secured the rights to one of the productions, dude.
Wow.
So, during a business briefing today, Sony Pictures Entertainment CEO Tony Vinciquerra confirmed that the company is working on TV adaptations of God of War, Horizon, and Gran Turismo. So, Brett, Amazon has secured streaming rights to the God of War series, while Netflix has picked up Horizon.
Sounds about right.
So I have a couple more points, but let's talk about that first. Let's talk about all that first. What do you think about these, PlayStation kind of continuing this, pursuit of adapting their most popular franchises into TV shows?
I think that I don't know. And I won't know until I see The Last of Us.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen Uncharted, but I've heard it's not good.
Yeah. The movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm skeptical based on that alone. But so here's the difference, though. That's like a blockbuster, The Last of Us. Whereas Uncharted, where I feel like The Last of Us is actually going to be good.
Yeah.
Because it's being done by Neil Druckmann himself.
Right.
And also the guy who did Chernobyl.
Correct.
HBO. Right. So
yeah. So this, first of all, I find it interesting that PlayStation is going to multiple outlets, right? HBO, so Time Warner is doing Last of Us. Amazon is doing God of War, and Netflix is doing Horizon. I think that's pretty interesting.
I think so too. Do you know if they're all live action? Are they confirmed to all be live action?
They are not. Actually,
okay.
That's a good point. They are not.
So I can see God of War being live action because I think if you did it, I think that game has a story, and that series has a story that you kind of have to just adapt, right?
Right.
Whereas I think with Horizon, you could totally do that as like a CG animated show.
Horizon also has the richest lore, I think, out of all of these, like backstory lore, because there's so much world building that has
so much
done
to
in
explore.
I agree with you. So I mean, that's a good point. I mean, they're not all confirmed to be live action. That's where my head went, but that's not necessarily true.
Gran Turismo, I have no idea what that would
we don't
like.
we don't give a fuck about that, bro.
Honestly, dude, it could be like a reality show. It could be like because
Top Cars or what's that British show?
Top Gear.
Top Gear, yeah.
Yeah, like it doesn't have to be an actual like narrative thing.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be scripted television. It's a good point.
Yeah.
On the God of War note, I wanted to bring up this little anecdote that I just happened to come across before we started today, and that is David Scott Jaffe on Twitter. We all know David Jaffe, who is the creator of God of War, by the way. He said that was hard to keep hard cat to keep in the bag, meaning that he probably knew something about this. And he said that he heard the studio's Kratos casting idea. He said, I ain't telling, but it's both out of the fucking box and super logical.
That's good. That means that the creator of Kratos is down with their idea of who they're going to cast.
He's down with the sickness, dude.
He is.
He's down with the sickness.
So, do you want to hear what I think, dude?
Yeah.
Here's my hot take.
Okay.
I think the easy answer would be picking someone like a wrestler, like Triple H, who people have done fan casting of Kratos for a long time now. I think it'd be easy to fan cast Batista as Kratos, right?
Yeah.
I think, and when I hear him say it's out of the box, dude, I think they're just going to use the voice actors.
I was just going to say, I think it's going to be Christopher Judge. And when I see that come to fruition, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to need a bigger pair of pants because I'm going to shit and piss in them at the same time.
He doesn't even really look like Kratos.
It doesn't matter, dude. He's big, he's bulky, he's built, and he is the voice of Kratos.
Yeah.
And
Sonny Sujulik.
Yeah.
He's getting older.
Yeah.
His voice is now it's teenage Atreus.
But he's still runty looking though.
Yeah. And they could certainly do something there. And there's also the point that we don't know where this God of War show takes place.
It's true.
It could be original God of War. It could be, and you know what? Maybe it is. Maybe it's God of War 1.
Right.
Where he's actually, little goatee Kratos.
Yeah. But the interesting thing is 2018 sets up the precedent that maybe we could just kind of beat bop amongst time periods and lures and all these different things. Maybe that
would be cool if there was flashbacks.
Yeah, maybe they pick a different, set of mythology to explore with Kratos, just like God of War 2018 did.
Oh, so you're saying they could just do a brand new thing?
Yeah, they could with the same characters potentially. I mean, definitely Kratos, obviously, but pick a different kind of flavor text, if you will.
Mm-hmm. No, that would be really cool.
Yeah, or maybe it's a sequel to God of War Ragnarok, even.
Maybe.
I don't know. Who knows? But if it's Christopher Judge, I think that's the best choice. And there might be people... See, I feel like if you're an actual fan, that would be the best choice for you, because you're like, that's the voice. Christopher Judge is Kratos, right?
Yeah.
I could also see people being like, well, first of all, nasty and disgusting because he's a person of color, and Kratos, is not, I guess. But also people being like, he doesn't look like Kratos, that's stupid. But I'm okay with it.
Here's the weird thing, though. He wasn't the original voice of Kratos. It's true. And I'm wondering if... I don't know. Does Christopher Judge have... I'm assuming Jaffe is, like, cool about Christopher Judge. Like,
oh, yeah.
He's accepted him as, like, Kratos.
Yeah. He's talked a lot about liking Christopher Judge, yeah.
Then, yeah, dude, when he says it's out of the box, that's my first thought. And I don't know what else that could mean.
Yeah. I don't know.
Unless it's, like...
somebody completely different looking, like not big at all. I don't know.
Yeah, like it would have to be like really fucking weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope it's Christopher Judge though. I do. I think that's the best choice. I'm here for it.
I'm gonna look up right now Christopher Judge as Kratos.
I bet you I could pull up a little image here. Find us. Let's see here. Oh hell yeah, brother.
He could do it, dude.
Dude, come on now. Look at my man.
But what was this quote? That it's their idea. It's the studio's idea.
Yeah. Dude, absolutely.
That's interesting.
Dude, absolutely. Dude, come on now. Come on now. Look at him. First of all, my man fucking dresses nice. I wanted to say that.
Yeah, he's good, dude.
Also, come on now.
I'm having a hard time finding an image of someone like photoshopping him to be Kratos.
Yeah, I don't see that. I just see some comparisons.
Yeah.
Like side by sides. Come on now.
Oh, someone drew one.
Come on now.
It's actually a pretty good illustration. Someone drew Christopher Judge as Kratos, and it looks pretty good.
Come on now.
Yeah,
I'm here for it.
I think that's good, man. And then in terms of like Horizon, who they would cast for Aloy, that's why I was saying like I feel like that would be. Well, I don't know if she's done much live action, but
not Ashley Birch. Who plays the voice of her?
Ashley Birch.
Oh, well, Ashley Birch does play the voice of her. I was right. Yeah, I don't really care.
I think that they should do an animated series with that universe.
Yeah. So continuing here, we talked a little bit about Uncharted being kind of the first major PlayStation Productions project to be released, really, since as far as like the PlayStation Studios IP goes. It had a $120 million budget, and from what I have saw, it was wildly successful in the box office, which is a little surprising to me. But people like Tom Holland. So the studio obviously is also working on The Last of Us, which we talked about. They're also doing a live action Ghost of Tsushima movie, which is being directed by Chad. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but the guy that directed John Wick, which is so fucking cool. And they're doing the Twisted Metal TV series from the Deadpool writers, and a Jack and Daxter adaptation from the Uncharted movie director.
Really?
Yeah, dude. So PlayStation has a lot of coals in the fire with all of their IPs. Two of them being from Jaffe, Metal Gear, not Metal Gear, Twisted Metal, also being his creation.
Yeah, and we know that Twisted Metal's getting a lot of pretty big actors involved now too.
Yeah, Anthony Mackie and stuff. So
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know really what else I have to comment about it, other than I hope they're good. I think the one I'm most excited for, though, obviously, is God of War. Out of all these.
Yeah, I think that God of War has the potential to be really, really cool, and I think that I don't know. I think that
and The Last of Us probably too.
Yeah, Last of Us might be my number one. God of War, I'm just skeptical because I don't want them to ruin it, and that's my Halo, like the Halo show. Like that's like if they ruin that, that's gonna hurt.
Yeah,
But I can almost see them doing it like the Witcher TV show. I can see them doing something similar to that.
Yeah,
that's like how I would. That's how I would kind of like pitch it. Is like, you know, the Witcher TV show. It's like that, but like obviously way more dramatic. But it depends on when it takes place. I think if they're gonna do old school Kratos, you know, fighting Hades and shit and all that, I think that has to be like The Witcher. But then once they get to the era with Atreus and like, you know, the Norse shit, that's when it needs to get serious. And maybe that's a season 2, maybe that's a season 3. I'm not really sure, but yeah. And also, I mean, I can't believe that you didn't mention that Ghost of Tsushima you were looking forward to. I think that is going to be fucking slick. And I didn't even finish that game.
Yeah. So. With, I mean, those John Wick movies are, I mean, incredible. I don't know what else to tell you.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
Get excited.
Get excited, guys. Also, get excited for our That's Awesome Dude shirts. They're going to be on our website, hapticintel.com. Be sure to check it out later and buy one.
Hell yeah, brother.
It's awesome, dude.
That is awesome, dude. Speaking of That's Awesome Dude, it's over, dude.
That's it. We're done.
It's all ogre. Brett, closing comments, thoughts, concerns, ideas.
Yeah. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We'll be back next week with another hot, juicy episode of Hapticast. Episode 73 next week. We're almost getting to 100. We're getting kind of close to 100 there, buddy. I'm not gonna let you show your fucking lightsaber off, and you're not gonna let me show mine off. Courtesy of our good friend of the show.
Yeah, Steven is complimenting my cup too. It's the 9/11 Heroes Cup from Mission Barbecue.
If you're an audio listener, Josh and I are wielding each other's sabers. Do a line of coke off this thing, dude.
It smells like mass production.
I was gonna say something wildly inappropriate relating to Disney and their beliefs,
all right,
or former beliefs.
Well,
let's just say the gay pride saber from Unclaimed Baggage. If you don't know that reference, you have to check that out. But let's just say that they would not make that back in Walt's era.
Certainly not. Anyway, I know the audio listeners really appreciated the last couple minutes there, so.
Yeah, well, I have a little something for them.
Okay. That's awesome, dude.
That's awesome. Well, thanks for watching and listening, guys. We'll see you next week for episode 73.
Yeah, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends. Follow us on everything. Do it all. Across everything, everywhere, all at once.
Goodbye. That's awesome, dude.
That is awesome, dude.